In this video, we're going to look at some simple interest questions. The formula we're going to use is S equals P 1 plus RT. Here we have Wendy borrowing $500, and we're looking for what it's worth when she goes to pay it back. The rate is 1% interest per month, so it's 0.01. Now our time is in months, so we don't have to change anything. So we have, this is our equation. Now you can do this in one step or two or three. 1 plus 0.09, 1.19, which is $545 for our final answer. Now I'm okay if you go from this step to this step. Your Sharp calculator is very powerful and can do that no problem. In the second example, we're going to do it in two parts because we want to know what the interest amount is first. So for this, we can just use I equals PRT. So the interest is going to be 1,200 times the rate, 0.06, which is per year, and we have 3.5 years. This ends up being $252. Now for what his investment is worth now, that's your S, which will just be P plus I, which will be 1,200, plus the 252, which is $1,452. Now this next example is a little bit more difficult. This one we have dates involved. Now we have a table 8.1, which is on page 341 in your book, which is great for working with dates. So we can look at July 15th, 2018, which July 15th is day 196. Then we have January 12th, 2020. Now, this one we don't really need the table, it's the 12th day of the year. Now, when we go to subtract them, we have 12 plus 2 times 365 minus 196. And it's 2 times 365, 365 days in a year, and it's 2 years, 2020 minus 2018. Now when you go to calculate it, we get 546 days, which is about a year and a half, which makes sense with the dates involved. Now we can calculate S equals P 1 plus RT. S will be 7,900. 1 plus R, which is the 0.09% per annum. And then for the time, we have 546 days out of 365. When we calculate this, we get 8,963.58. Now be careful with your rounding. If you use 3 decimals at each step of the rounding in this step, you will end up with S equals 8,966.50. So as you can see, we're off by about $3. Even if you use 4 decimals, you still end up with 8,963.34, which is off by about 24 cents. So I highly recommend keeping at least 6 decimals or more in each step to make sure that you have not rounded too much and caused an error. In this example, we're looking for the rate. We can use the same formula. We put in what we know. And then we can simplify. Subtract by 3,500 on both sides. Divide both sides by 7,000. And we get R to be approximately 0.07143 or 7.14% per annum. This example, we have the rate, but we don't know the time frame. but we can approach it the same way. So S equals P, 1 plus RT, plug in what we know. Now, 0.008 T. Be careful. Remember, you're dividing by 100, so be careful with your decimal place and your rate. Multiply it out. Subtract 8,500 from both sides. Divide both sides by 68. We get T to be approximately 22.06, so therefore 22 months. Or 1 year and 10 months.